I'm doing a giveaway of a $99 Nintendo eShop card.
Okay.
But not here on YouTube. Go check out my Twitter. I'll have a tweet pinned listing all the rules, how to enter, deadlines, and all that good stuff. Have a great day and enjoy the video. In the 90s, Mario and Sonic took gaming in the right direction. Quite literally. They both ran to the right. But soon Mario was running in every direction. Left, right, up and down, and when Mario moved forward, Sonic moved, backwards. The 3D era hit Sonic like a truck, an injury he's never fully recovered from. Attempting to stay relevant, Sonic has tried almost every trick in the book, to varying degrees of success. Today, we're going to pick apart everything Sonic has done right and put together a shopping list of what I believe to be the ingredients to a perfect Sonic game.
Number 1! Pre-rendered cutscenes are cool! Use them!
Look at this! This is the opening to Sonic Unleashed, and what I believe to be the second coolest opening to a Sonic game ever. The coolest one, of course, being the opening to Sonic CD. Nothing beats that smooth 2D animation and that groovy soundtrack. Pre-rendered cutscenes were used a lot in games during the 90s and 2000s to highlight important moments and scenes. They added a cinematic flair to cutscenes that graphics at the time had a hard time achieving. We especially saw a lot of these in Sonic games over the years like Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog,
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
Sonic 06,
One!
Sonic and the Secret Rings,
I will never grant any wish from the likes of you.
First of all, your Jordans are completely fake.
and Sonic and the Black Knight. But the last game I remember pre-rendered cutscenes, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Sonic Colors in the intro, and near the end of the game.
This might not end well.
I think pre-rendered cutscenes became less popular as graphics evolved to the point where games could just play their cutscenes in their own respective engine. But it feels like Sonic's graphics haven't really changed very much at all since Sonic Colors way back on the Wii. That game came out in 2010. 13 years ago! Sega, come on, you gotta give my Blue Boy more than $20 for a budget. But let's look at Sonic today with Sonic Frontiers. I don't think this game looks bad at all, and I think when it comes to normal cutscenes, that this graphical style is a good fit. But when it comes to big, climactic, serious moments, I think a pre-rendered cutscene or two would go a long way to elevate the experience.
Number 2! Gameplay! Platforming and going fast!
Sonic's gameplay at its core could be summarized as a 2D and 3D fast-paced platformer. The series has experimented with a lot of different play styles for Sonic. for better or for worse. You've got the classic Sonic 2D style that works really well, as well as the 3D boost style. When these two styles are combined is when I believe Sonic is at its best, and I think that Sonic Colors and Generations did it the best out of all the games. The boost games get a lot of flack for their controls being too restrictive with Sonic's movements, but it is within this restrictiveness that I find comfortable and satisfying control that ensures consistent speed and momentum. Sonic Frontiers is a good example of how giving the player too much control over Sonic actually slows him down. You lose control, and it's very easy to swerve all over the place and crash into everything. Sonic is just too damn fast. He cannot be tamed.
That's a 10-4. Cargo secured on board and... What?
Didn't copy that.
Over. Gone. He's taken out everyone aboard and...
What's wrong?
What in the
Come
world?
in. Over.
Freeze! What do you think you're doing? Get that hedgehog!
Talk about low-budget flights, no food or movies. I'm out of here. I like money better.
I like when the boost sections kept Sonic in certain lanes. I don't know if there's a word for it, but for now I'm just going to call it speed assistance. During boost sections in games such as Sonic Colors and Generations, Sonic essentially had 3 lanes he could run in: the middle, left, and right, that for the most part kept him in place while he ran super fast. Sometimes you would have to drift, so the lanes weren't 100% restrictive. When this speed assistance is in place though, you don't have to worry about losing control and swerving off. You could just sit back and enjoy being a fast blue hedgehog. The homing attack was also at its peak in these games, pulling off long chains of homing attacks, and as long as you finished it off with a boost, they barely ever slowed down your momentum. That's what I believe these two games nail: speed and momentum. But there's another ingredient for our perfect game that we'll have to look elsewhere for.
Number 3! Story and music! I want a serious story about a blue hedgehog while I headbang to butt rock!
Sega has actually been on top of their game when it comes to this actually. Sonic Frontiers had a killer soundtrack, and while it takes its story seriously, I also think it strikes a nice balance of lightheartedness with its serious tone. Now I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this, but my favorite Sonic stories were from 2 games: Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic and the Black Knight.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I'll admit, these games had terrible gameplay, but I really loved their storybook art style and the way they told their stories so much. I love the serious tone in these games, as well as the super cool and unique Sonic transformations like Darkspine and Excalibur Sonic. These 2 games also had absolutely banger soundtracks.
Every single drop of all you got. Every single drop of all you got. Every single bit of all you have. Every single bit of all you have.
I'm not sure if they were all by Crush 40, but they should bring back Crush 40. That would be the best move. Now I know they never will, but I would absolutely love a 3rd storybook Sonic game. I would cry tears of joy.
I wish for a mountain of handkerchiefs. Now, just let yourself cry, as much as you need to. You'll have plenty of handkerchiefs to help you through it.
But I digress. The tone and the music of the storybook Sonic games is what I'm looking for.
Number 4! We gotta have bosses, and they gotta kick ass!
Again, Sega is 100% heading in the right direction with this. Sonic Frontiers has badass bosses with kick-ass, adrenaline-pumping music. Aside from Sonic Frontiers, my personal favorite bosses across the series are Alf Layla Walela, he was just this super dark and disturbing thing, and it was super cool to see such a wicked creature in a Sonic game. Plus, you get to fight him as Darkspine Sonic. That transformation was awesome. the Dark Queen.
You would not understand, nor could you understand. That's why I must do what I must do. I am finished with you.
What good is a world that goes on forever? That sounds pretty lame.
Fighting her as Excalibur Sonic was cool as shit. She was like this big persona monster with 6 swords, and she had this kick-ass final boss theme. Also, Excalibur Sonic's transformation is probably the best Sonic transformation in the entire series.
You fool! This no longer has anything to do with chivalry! Get out of there! Run! It was never about chivalry for me. I just gotta do what I've gotta do. That's all. Sonic!
The long-lost light of the sacred sword! Quick, your swords!
The Negative Wisp Armor. Having to dodge the power of the wisps that you've been using the whole game and slowly getting them back as you damage the boss was really cool, and the final Color Blaster was awesome.
Unlimited colors! Laser, Drill, Spike, Rocket, Frenzy!
Final Color Blaster.
And finally, Dark Gaia, because he was just this gigantic freaky monster and his entire body was several levels that Sonic had to run across, and you not only fought him as Super Sonic, but you also fought him as this giant mech which was made out of all the temples you visited across the entire planet. Literal giant land masses combined together to make a super mech, and it was all just so damn cool.
Number 5! The Sonic animated shows are really good! Please keep making them!
This really doesn't have anything to do with the games. I just really wanted to say I enjoy Sonic Prime. It's super good. I also like the Sonic Boom Show. It's really funny. I grew up watching Sonic X on Saturday mornings on Jetix, and I would watch the Sonic the Hedgehog TV series on DVD. I like Sally. She's really cool, which leads me to my next point.
Number 6! Please put Princess Sally in the games!
That's it. Just put her in the games. She's really cool. Princess Sally.
Number 7! Okay, let's mix it all together and see what we're cooking!
If Sega is gonna double down on these Sonic Frontier explorative segments, then the controls need to be tighter, more responsive, and the name of the game has gotta be Sonic Adventure 3. Yep, that's the name of our perfect Sonic game, ladies and gentlemen. Sonic Adventure 3. That's what we're cooking right now. God, I hope this video ages well. Think about it. A modern take on the Sonic Adventure formula for exploration sections, with Sonic Colors and Generations boost sections that swap back and forth between 2D and 3D segments, a serious story with pre-rendered cutscenes, and the same tone and seriousness as the storybook Sonic games. Along with headbanger music in the style of Crush 40, or just add Crush 40 themselves, and the cherry on top, Princess Sally's in the game. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a recipe for a pretty spicy Sonic game. But let me know down in the comments how you would cook up your own perfect Sonic game, or just feel free to roast me on my own personal tastes. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Oh, by the way, Sega, if you're watching, that wasn't a bit. I really do want Princess Sally.